Group 3, please make it hasty. While Group 4, get ready. Project monitoring, please be fast. 10 minutes, it's your time. Why Group 4, ward delineation and Lumara. I walk be stage away near Hama. Quick stage. Group 4, delineation, please get ready. Group 3, your time start now. 10 minutes, please.
Good day to you all. My name is Madam Edonebi. We are here to talk about project monitoring and community development. We are not here to say much. We are just here to enlighten you, to tell you the problems we are facing in our communities that affect project monitoring and community development. Thank you.
Ogiame. My name is Storisheju Progress Ukudien. I'm talking on project monitoring. Project monitoring is a system put in place to ensure that projects are not only initiated but also completed successfully, transparently, and with a lasting impact. Purpose of project monitoring: 1, to ensure that projects are complete successfully. 2, to have internal and external accountability of the resources used and results obtained. There are some abandoned projects in Warri Kingdom. 1, Cocoa Stadium by Delta State Government, Cocoa Shop Protection by NDDC, Cocoa Oreye Road by NDDC, Ubodo Medical Center, and many more. My colleagues will continue from here. Thank you.
Ogiame. Okay, Orukami, Joseph Okoti. I'll be talking on community development. What is community development? First of all, community development, these are a group of people living together, trying to change their living, trying to better their lives. And we go straight to elements of community development. Elements of community development. Okay. Element of community development. You have human. Human. Ominigi. Then a kakbarene. Ene yo. Derekede. O mata bisode. Eshande de kajubowa. So yele. Then a kakbarene. Where do mere olorane de to win way? Answer wa. And a magbarene. And a wa biye. And then a ka biye bojawe to in the car. Ira away. And a gben a batin to bear. And I'm a kuagege. Moafofi. Key approach to project monitoring. Okay, element physical. Mokwewi element. Physical waja. Ogoto ka wini Itsekiris. Then I'm a Quinakuro social. Where oh yeah, let them Itsekiris can
5 minutes more.
Where then a demand then a cash to Biene as Itsekiris. I'm a Quinakuro environment. Then a beju to Aghofen. At where beju to Untuone. Oyo de wag bane warrior. Don't make beju. Let me just rush down. Problems of community development. Neglect of responsibilities. Where amamwe as olaja. Amamushegbe naja do jolaja. Ma gwaja. Jolaja we. Yet another way. No nekonye to wagbe yegbe o. No nekonye. Makwinagege. Corruption. Benja. 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 Esa.
4 minutes more.
Makwinakuro. Youth unemployment. Youth and where Ushe washawe. Womare no do we. Brother give me, brother give me, brother give me. Eyo for were o. Ajamokia o. Ogbowuru.
Ogiame. Submission. From our presentation is formation of local project monitoring committee. Now we have listed some project that was a burden, some element, but how do we not control it? So the first point here is to inaugurate a committee that will monitor project in our community. Now from our write-up here, we specify that we should have a community development committee, but that will be powerless without the central body of project monitoring committee. So we suggest that there should be a central monitoring committee from the Royal Palace that will be backed by the Royal Authority and every powerful authority to help us. Now, the next one is regular stakeholder engagement, engaging community youth, trust, and elders council. Transparency, we need to put in place leadership that will be transparent in their authority and the process in which they comes out with their responsibility. And the fourth point here is capacity building. The word of God says, faith comes by hearing. Also fear comes by hearing. Now, out of the mind comes out, whatever we speak comes from our mindset. So we have need to build capacity for all our leaders. Then the last point we are presenting here is long-term development planning. The book of Habakkuk makes us to understand that he said, write the vision and make it plain on the table that he who may run. Leadership without vision is a failure, and a vision not communicated is dead. So we suggest that there should have a long-term planning for development in all our community, presented to the central committee for follow-up, and we should have a project committee that will be going to the state government, federal government, and other cooperation among our community to get out their budget and follow them all in total to make sure there is total compliance. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Ogiame. My name is Iwere. In conclusion, respected leaders, history will judge us not only by the position we have to safeguard our collective heritage. Every completed schools, hospitals, functioning health centers, and every sustainable infrastructure is a seed sown into our future children and generation. I believe in the greatness of Itsekiris nation. I believe in the wisdom of our elders. I believe in our youths and in the resilience of our people. If we stand together in purpose and action, we will not only complete projects, we will build a future worthy of our name and heritage. May our efforts yield lasting fruit, and may our land prosper in unity and progress. Long live the Iwere Kingdom. Long live the King. Ogiame. So.
Group 4, please.
Okay.
Group 4 and left. Yes.
Group 4 is the last group.
Group 4. 15 minutes is the last group. 15 minutes.
Drop what in your hand. Women, put your hand together. Yeah, come on, come on.
Retimio! What is INEC? Who is INEC? INEC na be the body for Nigeria when they in charge of voters card, voting party, and everything we get to do with voting election. So for this place, if you know say you not get voters card, you not be Itsekiris pikin be that too. If you not get voters card, INEC don't start their process. Make sure say you go back to your community, go do your voters card, so that we go fit stand, take our land, so that INEC not go cooperate with other people, take our land for our arm. Make ba a winner.
Ogiame, want to talk about delineation, the importance of the INYC, and the mindset of Itsekiris from the historical perspective. When we look at the delineation, we have had 6 delineations so far. Warri Federal Constituency is currently the most delineated area in Nigeria. We have had 6 delineations so far, and the first delineation happened in 1952. The second delineation in 1980, when Bendel State was created. The third in 1991, with the creation of Delta State. Fourth and fifth, 96 and 97, and the recent one in 2025. The mindset of Itsekiris towards delineation, we should understand that when Warri Division was created from the Itsekiris Obo Division, the idea was everybody should return to their homelands. So as far as Itsekiris and Warri Kingdom is concerned, apart from Itsekiris, nobody exists in Warri Kingdom. We should also have the mindset of keeping our people first in every election. So the idea of delineation is to put for our people first before we put for others. The idea of delineation is to protect the 3 core values of Itsekiris: the land, the crown, and the people. The idea of delineation is not to leave us in a situation whereby we end up begging for representation for somebody that is not a son of the soil. We should put our people in a position to represent us, and we know that we have our son standing for us, and we are not afraid. We are confident that our people are speaking for us. Thank you. Ogiame.
Ogiame, Baba. Itsekiris Demokian. Standing before you is Bright Omagomi, and today we are treating word delineation. And beautiful one there by Bubemi Awala, helping us lay the foundation to this topic called word delineation. We all have witnessed what happened recently with the word delineation exercise that happened in outlined details of how this delineation exercise was carried out. And in this document, it contained coordinates of latitude and longitude, depicting the actual point or location of these communities as so delineated. We, as Itsekiris youth, we decided to probe further into this document to understand what INEC has done. INEC claimed to have utilized some technologies in carrying out this exercise. Geomapping, GPS, and what have you. We decided to also probe further in that light. And what we uncovered was the monumental fraud, different from the narrative INEC put out there, saying that Itsekiris are minority in their homeland. But let's take note of something. Reset. Imagine if we had gone to bed, or we continue to argue in the previous light of previous litigations and various perspectives of litigations. Maybe the issue would have gone ahead in fact and taken over our land, registering as voters, and of course, now governing our land. Just like the town crier made a call, it is necessary for us to populate our community, and even when we are not residing, when it is time to register, we must go back to our communities to register. Now, back to the issue of delineation. We discover clearly that this fraud was massive and monumental. It is not an oversight or some few errors. Thank God for what we did. That put the light out there to the world that INEC actually committed fraud. And this fraud is actually what has given the majority to the Ijos and Urobo on our land. Therefore, we are saying, as a way to go forward, we must continue to research and collect data, digging deep into every information that we find in our disposal. Now, INEC went about creating communities that are not in existence, renaming them fictitiously, And of course, INEC went outside its jurisdiction. INEC started populating communities that were not in existence hitherto with numbers of communities and numbers of voters. What we know naturally is to these strangers. Not only that, INEC cannot determine the population of any geography without relying on the National Population Commission. But INEC failed to do this. Hence, with all this information, we were able to uncover the fraud carried out by INEC. Now, with all these few points, I will not go further. I want my sister Bonne to come and give some more details for different local governments found in Warri Federal constituency. Ogiame.
Standing on existing protocol, my name is Orishaku Agbone Awala. I'll be taking quickly on Warri North. On the issue dropping on water, like for Jakba, Tebu, Bokoda, Oboro, they were not captured at all. Those coordinates were created for our neighbors or tenants, as my brother rightly said. Then for Obeda, Ureju Sisi, Egoro, Youngtown, and all the areas towards the north axis were not captured. Because by the time these drones were taken there, they saw that these persons, we call brothers, neighbors, have built points, taking our land, collecting our points. And on this, we are begging our brothers, our leaders, please, they should go back home. What our fathers rightly told us, go build a structure. It might be 1 room, it might be 2 rooms, so that by the time these persons are going back for INEC registration, they should have something to pick points and not the others for the other people. Let me call on my brother, Lily White, to take on Warri South. Warri Southwest.
Ogiame, Warri Southwest. Actually, the highest fraud in this delineation is Southwest. And I would like to go in a layman's form. All the area today you know as Ogidigbe, they've all been renamed. That means that Butu local government actually shared boundary with Warri Southwest. But as of this moment, they got in from Ondo, they also brought in from Edo State to make up ward. You see a situation whereby a ward carrying population of that place, the coordinates are from Butu, from Ugele South, from Ugele Southwest. Another thing that they are already doing that. Then the last thing that they have started doing, and I want to appeal to all the Shekiris.
4 minutes more.
This is not just about the youth. See me, they've taken INEC to court that they need a word. Whereas Ubeji here was not given 1 word. Botrodo was not given 1 word. Koko was not given 1 word. But these people are taking INEC to court. So we must be active. Thank you and God bless you.
Ogiame, so standing before you, my father, is your son, Uremura Yoshena Sopo. I want to say it's imperative that I lay a foundation of, because I'll be speaking about Warri South, it's imperative I lay a foundation about Warri South. Now, we have, because I've seen some of my age mates, they kind of interwoven it. Now, we have DSEC ward in Warri South, and we have INEC ward in Warri South. DSEC ward is Delta State Electoral Commission, while INEC is Independent National Electoral Commission. We have 20 wards for DSEC. Just like example, in Ubangwe, we have a councillor in Ubangwe. It's a ward. Now, I grew up in Warri. I was born and brought up in Warri. There are names that are alien to Warri that I've never heard. But INEC brought it into existence. I heard name like Enwen. I've never heard that name. I heard name like Bolwama. Those are names that are alien to me in my existence, in my 35 years of being born and raised in Warri. So I want Itsekiris to stand up that this could not happen in our lifetime and in our existence. Thank you.
Yeah, because of time, we may not be able to go into something which is very important to us today in Itsekiris land and Nigeria. Everybody knows that what we use in Nigeria to develop Nigeria that makes Lekki that our leaders love to go to is basically the oil we have in Nigeria, which we have 30%. Even right now, they are saying about its benefits, implementation, challenges we have been facing. We may still have to face if we don't wake up. Links to insecurity, what we are facing today in Warri Kingdom, in particularly the riverine area where this oil actually exists more. Well, so we won't just be here lamenting. We'll be doing way forward. what can we do as a people? We don't need to be downcast. We'll talk about the PI Act, first of all. The PI Act is a law which regulates the Nigerian petroleum industry. It was actually the government. It has been a battle by the entire Nigeria Delta people saying that out of the 100% you are using to develop this country, what is for us? You heard about 13% derivation. You heard about 10% from the entire funds that the oil companies are using. They fought and fought. During Jonathan's time, it was hell. But at the end of the day, due to whatever reasons, Jonathan could not sign it. He left the exited office in 2015. And when President Muhammadu Buhari came on board, he brought in the issue. He finally brought up the issue again. People agitated. The Niger Delta was not one. And at the end of the day, we have just 3%. Now, when if we lick our wounds, brings us back to what we talk about, the 3%, which is what the PIA brings for us. We can actually be lamenting about the PIA being just 3%, and they having 97%. But we are saying, make use of what you have, and that is what brings us to what PIA can do for us. Improve governance, regulate the industry, foster economic growth, both for the oil companies, the government, and also for us, the host community. And it will help support those communities. There are different ways you can support those communities. From that 3%, we are just looking to say 3% is a better money if we're managed. That 3% can be used to bring about development in terms of housing units in our villages, which will help us go back home, lights and others. Also, the keynote components of the PIA, which we talk about, the NUPRC, people going there at night, which is the Nigerian Upstream Population Commission, the NMDPR, which is the Nigerian Midstream Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, the NNPC, and the most important to us, which is the Host Community Development Trust. Overall, this PIA seeks to transform us as a people, but we have challenges. The PIA actually was put in place by government, like most good policies we have in Nigeria, to help address insecurity in the Niger Delta. So you don't just get set and say, I want to begin, I will bust pipeline. It was actually put in place to help the Niger Delta region to promote sustainable development, give basic amenities to the host communities of community development. Put it inadequate, let it not look as if it's complete. Most times, these oil companies operating, they created this host community development trust, and they have so much power. They are the settlers. This law, if you have to look at it, I want to advise every Itsekiris youth only gives more power to the settlers for now. And we pray that joining with other Niger Delta will push for more powers to be given, resting more on the host communities. You see that these oil companies operating in our land, most of these oil companies operating in our line, they hijack the host community development trust. How do they do this? They look for how to do what they call divide and rule. In Warri Kingdom, you could see when our monarch came in 2021, he had a lot of good plans, and he felt that one good thing that host community development trust can do for you is actually a non-governmental organization, and different international organizations can actually add to that 3% fund. But thinking that if he says, hey, Itsekiris, people were clapping, hey, our king has brought 750 million. If it was a trust fund, different other people would king beyond the Itsekiris, international IOCs, and he brought the issue of Warri Kingdom Host Community Development Fund and Trust, the one for onshore, the one for offshore. We also have the one for the tail. We have the areas that our people did not really give too much hope, which is the area of the places where NEPL, in terms of our oils, they've been collecting. That is why he brought the issue of the PIA, for us to be able to key in and develop tenants in our land. Are doing jazz. You hear Egbema Development Trust already working. You hear that of Balamat already working. But ours is not working. Recently, you go to the NEPLs are using your land. That is who they want to put in place. It has not worked. And it will not work until we have a vibrant youth. I will say enough is enough.
Tosa.
That is one of the areas of what we are facing as a people. Also, we want to talk about the way forward. The way forward is community.
Mobile. Shakiro ye, Joloki Shakiri.
I also want to talk about way forward. Way forward is community engagement, transparency and accountability, and addressing our concerns. We need to ensure that we as youth, we engage to ensure that we are part of the different structure. If not the board of trust, we want to talk about the insecurity it has brought to us. Our people who want, our tenants who want to be part of these oil wells, the wealth in our land, they have decided what to reside there, use insecurity to drive us from our land, like what we are facing in Jala, what we are facing in Katu, and securing our land. Insecurity is linked.
Ogiame. INYC, Iwere NFA. Very quickly, in the next 5 minutes, I'll end some structures, no buildings, nothing. Jakpa community where we have to address that issue. Another issue is that of mobility. So one of the challenges facing us, leading to insecurity in some of these communities, is easy access to these communities. You want to track challenges facing us, leading to insecurity in some of these communities, is easy access to these communities. You want to travel to your village, but there are no good, no easy means of traveling there. If you are there, you wish to come out by evening or by the next day. If you don't make good arrangements, no boat. But yet we have persons also living in such terrains that have easy access in and out of their communities. Another issue is installation of signposts. We keep saying we have communities here, we have this is Ijala, this is Katu, this is Bontoraida, this is Obitubo, this is this and that. But when you travel along the river, for example, most of the time you find it difficult to identify some of these communities. You don't know when you are leaving the first community to the next one because there are no means of identification in these communities. That is why we have persons, because we don't have signposts to mark out our boundaries. Another issue facing us is that of community policing. Most of our communities lack community policing. You travel to the seashores. If you want to visit some of these communities, you see security at the entrance and exit of some of these communities, especially in the riverine. But in most of our communities, we lack this. It's just free flow in and out without being able to monitor who goes in or who comes out of this community. Solutions to this: one, there's an urgent need for construction of structures in these communities. If you don't need $1 million to build in this riverine, if it's whatever amount you have, fix a structure in these communities. It will count for us in time of need. In the issue of communication, there are facilities and other things that can be put in place for us to aid communication in these communities that are of difficult terrain. Thirdly, I want to talk about mobility. There is an urgent need for persons who have the ability to look towards investing in transportation system in our riverine. How can I want to travel to a community in the river and I have to plan for like 2-3 days because of the challenge of getting a boat? And the issue of installation of signposts is an urgent one. Therefore, we are calling on community leaders. Are you a trust chairman? Are you an Olaja? Are you a youth leader? Stand up and fix your boundaries. Stand up and mark out your terrain. It is urgent. And lastly, I want to talk about community policing. How can we have youth in our communities and our communities lack security structures? There is an urgent need to start building community policing. We don't need to go and get the police or soldiers from elsewhere. That is why we have outfits like anti-cult. That is why we have outfits like federal hunters. That is why we have outfits like the community vigilante. There is an urgent need for community policing. No stranger from anywhere will come and guide your community for you. What is yours? You need not a stranger to protect it. At this junction, we want to say, our Father, that all these topics we have talked about as youth, at least we have highlighted as challenges that are leadership structure. Ogiame!
So, and the doctor, our last act for the day. Okay, our last act for the day. No Mary Bobo. Uboe, Afe Kerry Bene. Obe, Awanogwa. Fall out. I met Adidi. Okay. Ogiame, your turn. Davido, Big Biscuit, and then Itsekiris.
Ogiame, Baba, so I'm here to dedicate a song to my king and all to Iwere land as well. And this song is a song of unity. Be it your mother, your father, we are Itsekiris. It's a song of unity that we should love one another. And I must we truly are as Itsekiris to our king. To our king. Thank you.
It's not a mistake, you are born of Iwere blood. It's not a mistake, say mommy na Itsekiris. When I see my Omere, I go tell her Omere Boko. Omere give me more win around, we go rap on. And then what for Jenny? Boko wotewa, mommy me Itsekiris. Daddy me Aliwere, Aliwere when I tell wow. Itsekiris me. Some say we are proud, we are just proud of who we are. If waiting you be no give you joy, turn your back and walk away. Hey, Ogi. One people, one culture. Esenti mogba duro, iye mi omare shuli. My people they there. Daloketa, my people they there. Ajamita, my people they there. Bokoda. My people dead. Wanja sapele dire Aliwere Itsekiris me. Money me Itsekiris.
Next artist, get ready.
Dire Aliwere. Aliwere when I say wow. Itsekiris.
Akpawani, 5 minutes.
So, orúkọ mi Ogiṣẹ́jú Ẹ̀bísàn.
3 minutes.
The song I want to sing today, I want to dedicate it to Mama. When I was young, Mama fed me, Mama pet me. Lord of pain, Mama felt for me. Things she do, people always talks about it. In our life, people always talks about it. I pray to Jah, you wanna buy Mama Benz. So many niggas keep Mama for the best. Tell me, who gonna drive the best girlfriend you meet yesterday? Remember someone taught you how to wear your clothes, how to wear slippers, how to wear sneakers, never to wear your own. Yeah, you not proud of. Oh, I do for you. Yeah, you.
NYC. I beg on the time. Neseni 3 Warri. Oh yeah now. It's a song OCA. 3 Warri. 3 Warri. Warri South Tunka. 3 Warri. 3 Warri. Warri North. 3 Warri. Warri North. And I went short nale, Ogiame, and in nale, Iwere, Ogiame, Ogiame, Owipiane, Opian, Oduratene, Bashoka, Henry, Tenegwemene, Bashoka, Tenelemi, Mami Topa, Itsekiris, Owenene, Ekebusha, Owenene, Towekodeji, Tenekosono, Opianri. 3 Warri, Atuwatse 3 Warri, Itsekiris, 3 Warri.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
very much.
3 Warri, Aliwere.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Multinationally.
Thank you very much.
Arena yimena yeshuke. Oh na. Epie ka kpone gbaju wan yewe. Oh na ye. Wo ma ne mi dumu ne gbadon na ye.
Womane mi tumu negba botu shere. Nika wagba adegba doneneye. Boro won she abitie. Osamalada kwa kujagbe won ye. Oremalada kwa kujagbe won. Ajamalada gbedegbe do ye. Iwere oye angas. Ogiame gwisha gbamaja. Omaja da ku gbagbo pe. Dokuma pone na rego. Ogiame gwisha gbamaja Omaja da ku gbagbo pe. Dokuma pone na rego. Ogiame.
Thank you very much.
Let's go.
Time for our father to address us.
Iwere oye angas ogodo sana Iwere. Monagba munegba sobiki. Monagba munegba sobiki. Ajana munegba sobiki. Angade do maja do roje neye. Dudu munegba kwa rone. Dukuma pone na rego neye. Oya dudu munegba kwa rone. Dukuma pone na rego neye. Malada kwa kujagbe won. Ore malada kwa kujagbe won. Ajamalada gbedegbedoye. Iwere oye angas Ogiame.
I want to bring in our uncle.
Thank you. Ogiame, please, announcement, particularly to gentlemen of the press. Among the last activity for today is Royal Choir performance to be performed at the church auditorium. But please, it will be called off to enable us prepare for tomorrow. We're going to meet tomorrow morning by 10 a.m. We're all seated awaiting His Majesty's arrival. So finally, the owner of a Nokia phone that fell while Benje performance was going on. Nokia 3310, please. It's about to address us. Ajamokia. Onuwejo Tabejo. Mubatede Dikpa, Baba Febenefo.
While we were acting, she gave me a bag and a phone to hold. So when I brought her to the front, I dropped the phone.
Ogiame.
Yes, her bag is still.
Ajamokia. Baba can do. Ofoti Baba Feba for. Oh, yeah, she no go de me roba. It's for me or for Roren. We no ban for. Okashi or for to no ban. To she igele aja. I'm a danger. Igele aja. I'm a waka flower aja. How she give flower aja wa maju. Ain't she ligbo. I igele aja. Ogiame again, wo yo bo re awa Ojo lo je ogun gidigbo to te gba we ketewe gigi. O ye dajo lo gba ajo. Dajo lo we won na gba. Dajo lo ma iye gba. Dikere ko gba su egbe ki Yoruba wa oni. Do gba san bi Itsekiri dede. Ola ama. E se do fe gba jagbo ko je o. Do not do money. That way, do san. What we begin ni honor November, not October way. Wọ́n pa Ugbajo to win on she to ṣe ti NYSC. Wọ́n pa ní ẹ̀rẹ̀. Gbàgede that too ṣe. Ó kà mú caretaker committee mo jẹ ta ṣé a máa wẹrẹ gbàgé dá a ṣe ní ìwé títán ṣe ìwé kíkó rẹ èèwọ̀ náà jọ lọ́rùn ó náà bàrùn jẹ́ gidigbo níjú ẹnẹwé ó náà bàjẹ́ ó yí ẹ̀dẹ̀ dájọ́ ìjọ lọ ní. ó kà dé kí mi ra gbẹ́ àwọn tó kó jẹ́ gbàgé dájọ́ lọ ní ẹ̀. Kamera to honor keji no February no doye won mo gba kúrò ane wo no dum na o kedikede arige ikokiri bagidi je wo gonna erewe tu mo gba
ejedo regara. Okale, bafale. Ono mefa. Obo, Aye ne junde. Oyedo to damo wetogun, Dagbare no. I and a dog shell to no rene. Kaka to Iwere. Can you get it? And they were fagging and to Mushe Be Mushe Agbubien. I'm at Agbubiche. You don't know it. Agbubi is a midwife. Huh? I'm at the midwife there. When you share from we committee way, Dabo will be Unogi, Taunogi man can for Baba Ma for a way, Bocala for a year. On the doggy down retin to la waka gain. Look at Jaggy Bagbade Roba. Otuera de Tawagi. For now, gay, and they will care with what she talk for where. When I did it, you did the job to the one in your town. A Latin and no gua. Can I for the winner to Jaggy to read Tangare, Tanfegido aware, Anka to Waka, Gyoji, the women no rivo, the women no rivo. And then we carry you. Umale and when I meet Ojori to Amia to Anime War, Miajaro. Oka she Ojordan. Woman bo Ojordan, woman to Jordan Kuro. Woman to Jordan Kuro. Where that she flower jajuere. I tell a no more ginkity again. On a town minute. Bawe ebu regbin are okajegi odon mere to wa gbare awon won fe anekpo apokoko re won asoro ni awon ka de gege wo ma se odon mejele ogban mere mulu mejele ogban ọ̀kan lójì wọ́n ṣe hàn. Àyìn dẹ̀rẹ́kẹ̀ egi orí ọdán tó gbà ṣojú ọdán rẹ̀. Ọdán kan lójì ìgbẹ́dọ̀ bó wọnú ẹ̀. Ìgbẹ́dọ̀ bó wọnú pò. Wo aṣálẹ̀. Ní ọ̀nà tó ti ogun náà dán tó wà ṣe òjò ọdán rẹ̀. Tire our two nation, our two show on a two batien she bo shale to yedu ka go bare afegidu dugo re do ro te ka go bare tere ke on a to shi gbati wọ́n gbùpò rẹ̀ wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ rẹ̀ tán máa ṣe tán kúrò lẹ́sìn tá a ṣe tòrò tẹ́rẹ̀ wẹ́wà gbọ́dọ̀ kàn lé òjì gbà pé wúwẹ̀ rẹ̀ láti ṣàlẹ̀kùn náà. Àbọ̀bọ̀wé náà tó jẹ́ kí òun àjẹnẹ àyọ̀lọ́gbọ́ tẹ́rẹ̀ ntòmótè fọ̀tìwé máa gbóhùn ìbò gbàdàrà fọ́ kékeré lójúọ̀lọ́ yẹ́nẹ́. Last November, the body that was then on was dissolved, and a caretaker committee was constituted to midwife a new body. And while this committee was working to get this done, new obstacles were continuing to crop up. And of course, they were working hard, but time had passed. He had expected that by February of this year, they would have concluded their work. But in view of the obstacles they were coping with to keep running, part of the controversy was the age limit of who should serve in the body. He had said, no one should be there. By the time one is 40 years, you are already no longer a youth. It is time for you to move on. However, in order for him to be sufficiently accommodating, it's agreed then that someone could go in at age 37. And when you add 4 years, the tenure of 4 years to 37, that will be 41 years. It still doesn't want anybody to be there at year 41, at age 41. Therefore, when you have entered in, the December of your 40th year, you must leave. Even if the 4 years will take over and complete it. And it's also said that that will even make room for several others who are available, because there are many of you who are capable and who should also be given the opportunity to be available and contribute your portion. Furthermore, it is not only when you are elected into office that you can participate, whether you are in or out of office, but work in such a way that those who are in office, they are being supported by you, your effort to make them succeed more easily. Not to antagonize, destabilize, and make it difficult for them to perform. Because, you know, this is what has been happening. Some people will be put in place. Those who feel they should have been there, they will not allow them to work. They will keep bringing all kinds of problems so that they will not perform. That should not happen. Play your part, complementary part that will make those who are there to function effectively. Towards the end of last year, we specifically took a position about this age limit, and this is what I have explained. There have been many speculations about what Ogiame had in mind when he decided to address you today. A lot of speculations. But make no mistake, Ogiame has no hidden agenda. Ogiame is not leading you in a blind alley. Today, it is time to now move on to the next stage. The interpretation of this instruction may be generated by people to create undue tension. There should be no tension. Ogiame has no other agenda but to see that the youth function effectively. They use the platform that is provided both for them to get trained for higher responsibilities as well as to play a role, the role that they are fitted for. Because we need all of that so that we can go on and achieve a great deal more for our people. Of course, we know the different bodies that have come and gone, different versions that have come. Like you had the Warri Social, IMNC under Daniel Reniju, under David Tonwe, under Ismail Yawani, and then Wayne Agwatairo. Those are eras that have played their role and gone. As we see, our youth body has evolved over 4 decades due to various situations and circumstances. Today, the situations are different. The challenges are unique, and we must address them in that context. So, we must have a structure that answers to this. Everything Ogiame does is meant to be with the best intention and consideration. That is what he has at heart. There are many variations, like he has already said, there are many variations of IYFC. Native Youth Council, National Youth Council, National Youth Congress. It has become apparent that in trying to rebuild and rebrand our youth body, the IYFC has now to be general, to have a name that is not confusing and must have a flavor that reflects what the mood is for the moment. Today, we throw out the bad bath water that have been in the past, but without throwing out the baby. You understand that? Throw out the bad water from the bath, but don't throw out the baby. That is what he is doing. So, it is therefore Ugbarajo Itsekiris Youth. And of course, make no mistake, this is Ogiame's responsibility. Ogiame reigns over the entire Iwere people. Young or old, male or female, wherever they may be, Ogiame is on top of it all. Therefore, what he does, what he is doing, is for the sake of all and sundry. Time is of essence. Alati Burera Baba, Dosama Baodiye, time is of essence. The burning issue, therefore, is that he is given 1 week to the committee to round up such that by the end of this month, which is in a week's time, they will conclude their work, and their work will come to an end. A week from today is 30th August. Therefore, dear committee, be up and doing to round up so that the new body that will be in place will start from September 1 this year. And by that September 1 this year, you will present the new people to His Majesty. For him to bless and for him to ensure that you are working and are going on accurately. Of course, it should be understood there is never a time when we shall finish all the work at once. But as we go on, as it is now, whatever needs to be adjusted, Ogiame will give the word. He will give the command. But know that you are doing this according to the tenor he has now given. 1 week from today, today is Saturday 23rd, 1 week from today, you will finish this work, present the new group of people, bearing in mind age 37. Age 37. There is no going back on that. And all that you have done, package it together and bring them before him so that by the 1st of September of this year, She don't know what he was explaining. The age 37. Age 38 can also come. But, listen. Whether age 37 or age 38, the December of the year where you are year 40, you must leave. Is that clear? Whether you enter at age 37 or at age 38, listen. Whether you enter at age 37 or age 38, by the December of the year when you turn 40, you must leave. So that by the January of when you were 40, your deputy or your vice takes over and you cease to be. This, therefore, is for your information as well as for the mandate of the committee, so that as they put it together, it has to be on that basis. So finally, please listen, finally, Ogiame expects that, as it was said earlier on, whether you are in and out of office, the fire of the development, peaceful development of Itsekiris should burn inside of you. Now, this does not mean you should be working against those who are constituted. Walk along with them. So that even when you are 40 and you are no longer bearing that office, let it not be that you will say, if the house fall, make it fall. Don't ever do that. Still give your best in support of those who are there. Because when they succeed, you also succeed. When they succeed, the whole nation succeeds. Have that spirit in us. We keep saying it. Is that not what we say? You do not be in one boat and you overtake one another. Where are you going? It's the one boat. And the Itsekiri doesn't have two boats. Do we? No. We have only one boat. And we have only one captain. And who is he? So let us therefore go on in this spirit. Again, Ogiame has no favorites or others that are not favorites. All are his children. Only be determined not to be a spoiler. Be determined to contribute. Contribute your quota. So that whoever is there, work for him to succeed. Because when he succeeds, you succeed, because all of us will succeed together. So, Ogiame blesses you. And Ogiame prays that God will bless you and prosper you. That as this next stage is going on now, come September 1, 2025, a new platform will be established. A blessed platform will be established. And all of us will be part of it. Work for it. And God will bless it. Several of the problems Ogiame has been working. A lot of things are going on. But be rest assured, this ship will not go astray. Be rest assured, this ship will not go aground. Be rest assured, this ship will not miss its harbor. Because God leads Ogiame, and Ogiame is leading the way. Let us all queue behind him and follow him. It will be well with us. Ogiame.
Flower jade mokianga ubo we nonu we eni ishikale flower jato mi laju eyiwe nonu we ni rakira norige yiwe sisibi agigbe ne gbogbo orúkọ flower jar teneka je kitikiti koko o le si nonu we ku onu we gbare orúkọ tenewa je won si gbarajo Itsekiri youth Ore yiwe Congress we láti adopt orúkọ we tẹ́rẹ̀ mo wá bírọ̀ ẹnẹ we dèdè tó bó we ẹnẹ forí jẹ́ orúkọ títàn we ẹnẹ tó bó dèdè ẹnẹ forí jẹ́ orúkọ títàn we ẹnẹ tó bó dèdè ẹnẹ forí jẹ́ orúkọ títàn we kónú ẹgbàre ugbàjọ ìfláwàjà òun ṣì Itsekiri ugbàràjọ Itsekiri youth. Iwe esi tena ya shatawe ene wa yide ba mu joruko we ajamokian o. They're not a closing prayer.